5 wins, and hopefully I can get them out of the way nice and quickly. We'll see though. Opening up with Malay Mayhem, the addition of Divine Shield. So mana cap's not quite right for a Armor Mage, but I'm going to do it anyway. Making sure. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go jump this one. Now we've got 4 mana left. We want Hydra in the last position to try and encourage the last stand there. I might throw in a Dr. Blight. Just going to rearrange Flesh Golem and Mercenary. And I think we can fit a chicken in as well. So let's throw the chicken in there for good measure and see how this goes. We're playing against fire. And it doesn't look like it's going to go very well. Although the Divine Shield was a pretty big boon there. But an enraged Magnar with trample, and then you throw a insane freaking Serpentine Spy and an Exploding Dwarf in. It's going to be Hydra versus the world here in a second. Although Telecore Mercenary did an impressive job of dodging. Can only hope that Hydra can do the same. No, they can't. Okay, another loss. Might be Gold League this time around. What have we got? We have often a death team, and then a once-off Earth team. Okay, let's go with some healing and affliction. I'm going to still go for Hydra. Because, you know, Hydra should be part of every good team. Throwing a Grenadier, and what's going to protect my rear line? I will go with the Alchemist, and of course... Actually, no, it's not even going to protect the rear line, it's just going to be the rear line. Because there will be no sneak. Hey Dedo, thank you. Same to you and yours. It is a new year, the calendar's flicked over. Doesn't really mean all that much though. Looks like this pairing is gonna go pretty well for me here. Double heal is fantastic. I'm sad that Hydra doesn't have trample, because I'm in Gold League. Now, provided we can actually hit them, we should be good. Yes, we are. Didn't lose a single creature. Holy moly, look at those DEC rewards. They are tasty. 133 for a single win. Okay, what have we got here? We have Rise of the Commons. Alright then. Nectar Queen's a common. Yeah, I like that combination. All in on Nectar Queen. Also got stream raiders going in the background. So anyone else has contributed a unit, it's just been me. That's okay. Hopefully that affliction will serve me well. It's going to be very slow to come in. It's not going to come in. I'm going to get sniped out. The last was brutal. Off to the next battle. Heavy hitters, noxious fumes, not enough mana. Starved of mana with this rule set. You know what? No, we can't play Hydra. No, we can't play Hydra, not enough mana. What can we do for 5 mana? Let's see if a stone golem can't knock out the opponent's team by themselves. Probably can't, but well, maybe can. We're going to have one attack. Well, base of one attack, which becomes 2 attack. So they need to stun in order to do the knockout amount of damage. There's the stun, there's the poison. They got unafflicted or unstunned or whatever. Well, that's pretty funny. A little stone golem could beat a cube on its own. I wasn't expecting to win that. That was just a little bit of trolling, but hey, it worked. This is more like it in terms of a rule set. 48 mana, Melee Mayhem, plus weak magic. That's an invitation for everything. Everything in the team. So it's probably gonna be important to use a sneak, at least one. Let's bring a heal in, and that has the added benefit of giving me more thing. Now the question is, who holds the back line? Or does Sandworm just by proxy? Ooh, Dr. Blight could be nasty as a last stand. Let's see if we can get Dr. Blight to do a last stand. I'm certainly glad that I brought Sneak along. It means they're not going to get away with Magnol last stand. Good. think I might get my wish of a Dr. Blight last stand. Thank goodness they don't have trample yet. Oh, that's going to be a tough equation. Not enough speed. It was a fun idea to play with, though. It was entertaining to watch it unfold. Spreading Fury and Lost Magic. So we've got an opponent who enjoys playing Lyanna. It's Lost Magic, so really, it is 99 mana. So let's do Almo. Damn, my other return fire is not available now. Which was going to be Centauri Mage. I had to stop and think a while what they were actually called. So Snipe will hit whatever I put in second position. Let's go with Gelatinous Cube. With a Sandworm. It's a very pacifist team I'm playing here, isn't it? My damage is highly concentrated in Sandworm and Medica Headhunter. Oh, I'm very glad with their positioning of Medica Headhunter. I think their choice to position Medica Headhunter at the back of their team may have just won me the game there. And now my Sandworm is raging. Very nice. And buggy animation. Hey Bakweni, same thing to you. Two more wins to crack this Earth quest. I guess I'm going with Sneaky Team. Lyanna. Just bang, 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 triple snake. Throw a failed summoner out the front. Brownie, and of course a chicken. Everything takes time here. Got Stream Raiders up and running as well, if anyone wants to contribute. Okay, I feel pretty happy about my sneaky team here. They've done exactly the same. Theirs is probably going to get off better than mine, though. The demoralize helped, but the freaking poison ripped right through my team. Melee mayhem, an opportunity. Looks like it's a rule set they're pretty well versed in playing. Now, if I had Mylor, it would be lots of fun to play Mylor here. But I do not have a Mylor. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with lots of magic damage. And try and subvert the... Whoops, that's the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted. I wanted one of those. So this is going to be super dangerous. The sneak's going to go straight for my Margie of the Forest because I've got Jin Bialka and whatnot camouflaged. Spirit of the Forest, Margie of the Forest. Oh man, that negative armor stuff. Oh, it's actually looking like it might work out well. I completely ignored the rule set. Apart from that one casualty so far, it looks to be going okay. Question remains whether or not Sea Monster will be able to just YOLO solo the whole thing. Now that they're poisoned, they probably can't. Even with one magic attack each, my team managed to overcome. Cool. Magic is OP. Things we are learning. What's the best method for defeating Yoden Zaku? Buy him and burn him. It's a valid strategy if you've got pockets deep enough. Just remove all the Yodens from circulation. I can't be played if they don't exist anymore. It's also a valid point to every card you own is one that your opponents can't play. Okay, Equalizer and Little League. So 4 mana or less, so that means we're gonna go with... Well, I guess it's gonna have to be Lyanna. Hey Crystal, thanks for jumping on. Now, given that it's Equalizer, there's no vampirism in Green Splinter at that cost. We might have to go with Death, just so we can use Bonesmith. And what else has Life Leech? I'm pretty sure there's another Life Leech in Death Splinter for Chaos Legion. I don't have it maxed, but I don't really care because it's Equalizer. I'm gonna go with Dr. Blight. Go with Maggots because they have Scavenge. Blast is always excellent in this rule set. And then has very limited options that remain to be a tank. Suppose it's going to be Giant Scorpion. This feels like the most logical. Let's see how this goes. Probably okay, actually. The poison's not great, but everything else should be. Oh. You know what? At least they're also poisoned. Oh, this is where it would get interesting. There we go. Now it's got poison on it. Easy. Easy peasy from there. Yeah, I wasn't playing Green Splinter for the quest, but that was a win waiting to happen. So we brought out our gold level Chaos Legion Summoner. The only one that I've got. I am working on getting him to diamond level. Stampede and Noxious Fumes. Okay, we need a tanky tank. There's plenty of mana, but I'm going to use all of it. We have an affliction. We now have 2 of them. Leaves me with 12 mana. You know what? Screw it. You can come on through. I'm going to try and keep Nectar Queen alive for as long as possible. See if we... Oh no. Well, there goes all my healing. Yes, more I've got cleanse, but still gonna hurt. Now, I don't believe I can do any damage to Harklaw other than through Nectar Queen. So if Nectar Queen dies, I lose. Nectar Queen is dead, and I cannot do any damage to the rest of their team. Other than through poison. I know, we're starting to sneak through some damage onto Harklaw now. So once the silence drops off, I'll be able to do a little bit more damage. I won't need to. I think I should be good here. I think Kron should still get a last stand. If not, it'll be Oaken Behemoth that last stands. And that won't necessarily be a bad thing. Yep, that's a win from here. Beautiful. That's the quest done for the day. So we can rapidly open this one up and see what we get. And then we're going to keep on going to try and climb the rankings a little bit. Alright, what will it be today? Legendary Lotion, 5DC, Conjurer, Naga Assassin, Legendary Lotion, Legendary Lotion, Legendary Lotion. Jesus Christ. That's like, do you think you want Legendary Potions? Wow, so much for that 50% card rate. It was way less than 50% cards. But that's a lot of potions. I could open some packs. I've got enough to open 8 packs, but I don't feel like 8 packs is going to get me very far. Particularly for Gold League competition, so gotta wait a little bit longer, I think. Let me send across the vouchers I got to my holding account. It says 0.178 vouchers on this account. Got 2 minutes until stream rate is ready to roll. Let's jump back to the battle. Actually, before I do that, let me quickly roll in the next guild brawl. Where are we? Gold League, 4 cards, Untamed and Dice. That's the fray I usually play for my guild. Okay, that's a bit of a win streak. 3 in a row. Let's see if I can't break that. The loss likely to happen. Fog of War, no sneak. Fire is in, water is in, life is in. Well, if no sneak and no snipe, let's go Bortus. Chain Golem. Now that's piercing, void, and shield. That means an Albatross should be relatively safe. You know, provided they don't bring along something with opportunity like a feasting seaweed. That leaves us with 2 mana. So let's go with Halfling Alchemist on this one. And we'll throw in the Fiend and the Furious Chicken. Just filling out the numbers there. Okay, it's Jotun. They do have Serpentine Spy in the house. Man, that's just devastatingly annoying. Like, yeah, brutal, but more annoying than anything else. That's GG from that. Alright, let's see what fate Danes I play. Well, I guess I'm playing Jotun in Revenge. Oh, it doesn't look like I can. Spin again. Wherever it lands closest to. Landed on Earth, so we'll continue the Earthly trend. Lost legendaries and healed out. Well, there's no healing. We might as well go with something that's gonna stand its ground and get super duper angry. Let's see if Stone Splitter Orc do a ludicrous last stand. Swap on over to Stream Raiders to witness the battle that we'll probably lose. Mainly because I'm playing a Balloon Buster for my quest. No, go to the mob. Okay, so it's going to the furthest possible unit. Oh, I think we might be alright. There's some level 30 dudes on the battlefield there. In fact, that's all that remains. That was ridiculous. Definitely got carried there. Let's go to mystery dungeon time. And I've got one balloon buster left to place, but that's probably not going to happen today. I can go with a paladin. Let's put a paladin down right next to here. Okay. Big, Okay, now that he's enraged, he's got killing power, but no survivability. Well, I centered around retaliate in range, which, as we saw, didn't work out. Taking sides, I'm just going to play Dara here. So heal at that level. No neutrals. I was looking for Dr. Blight, and I'm like, why isn't Dr. Blight there? Let's look at some magic damage. Clicked on magic damage, the interface didn't think I had though. Thrown in affliction. Drop that, see what we can get for 4 mana. It's probably the wisest choice. And nothing that costs nothing. Line boatman to bring up the rear. Alright. Waiting to see Yodin. No Yodin. Very glad I brought Affliction. Oh, of course Shieldbearer doesn't have return fire in this league. I completely forgot about that. I'm like, why isn't he returning fire? Because I'm not in Diamond League. That I'm not sure what they were trying to do with that team. It was a hodgepodge of monsters. They weren't leveled up for this particular league. They were just there. Okay, Melee Mayhem, Silent Summoners. Okay, definitely. Well, they're not playing green because green's out. I guess it's going to be blue Splinter. We're going to prioritize the meleeist melee. Hopefully Kelp and Yeshia can keep themselves alive, and hopefully they don't bring Sneak. It's pretty good they didn't bring Sneak. This repair is going to be a problem. Too big of a problem, I'm afraid. Okay, next battle. 24 minutes left for the Stream Raiders battle. What have we got? Non-stop dragon magic. Okay. Let's prepare to try and beat dragon magic. How on earth are we going to do that? I think best bet is going to be unicorn. That is also a Mustang. Then we're going to roll in every silence we have. We're going to see if this works. Watch them play something completely different. And then I just get thoroughly enraged as their history does not belie what they're about to do. You'll get there. It's not like I'm going anywhere. But I am feeling thirsty. Okay, so my silences are gonna sort of kind of work. However, it's going to be awfully slow going for me here. Well, they played what I expected them to play. And it's going well. They should have put, I've forgotten her name. Bill the Radiant. They should have used Bill the Radiant in their team. I still would have won, but Bill the Radiant would have just been sitting in the background, nursing an enormous pile of health. It would have been even better if I played that using the new Earth Summoner, which I don't own at max level. I will take another drink. Get out from your favorite bottle. Okay. Keep your distance. Now, look tone. Alma is probably the best choice here. Oh, Alma doesn't have magic reflect at this level. How useful. Well, I guess it's Harianthus then. Throw in a Dr. Blight. Crystal Smith plus a Dispel. There's some damage. Ah, leaves with 4 mana. I guess we'll go with Light Elemental. Let's see how that goes. And I could have used a chicken somewhere in the team, but I elected not to. Okay, so they went with the anti-magic. They also went with 2 healers instead of 1. This blast business is getting ridiculous. Are you serious? They all missed. Well, see you later, Dr. Blight. Okay, a breakthrough. Unless I take out Grenadier very quickly, this is not going to end well for me. Good. We can now win. Yes, that's Peacebringer. I believe that's an Alpha Peacebringer that I've got. Maybe? I don't even know. No, it's a Beta Peacebringer. Just with the skin. Let's have a look at the original skin. Yeah, that is ridiculously different. Although, just want to go back and see what cards do I have that are Alpha. Naga Warrior, Frost Giant. That Flesh Golem is delegated to me from one of my friends. Margie of the Forest, Clay Golem, Defender of Truth. Not a max level Defender of Truth, mind you. And a Screaming Banshee. Should play Blue Splinter more and use Frost Giant and Naga Warrior. Or alternatively Green Splinter and use these two to capitalize on the DEC bonus. And hey, Silent Necrosis, thanks for the raid. And, well, look at this. This is an opportunity. Oh, no, it's not. They spam magic. Way too much. Let's go with pacifism. Oh, that's going to be a tough draw to go pacifism against. You know what? Screw it. Let's do pacifism anyway. Second position is going to be the toughest one to keep in one piece, particularly with how little mana is available in this battle. Potentially be super cheeky and do this, and just play the minigame of, lol, I'm going to outlive you. At least that would be the plan, but there's no healing that I can bring in if I'm going to do that. Maybe I can do that with Green Splinter. The only thing we're missing there is the Divine Shield, but we've got more health in exchange. There's a 2-mana heal. Now I'm missing the Triage. To keep Cube alive. But maybe we don't need to keep Cube alive. So Swamp Thing and Furious Chicken are my only damage. This is sure to go well, right? Right? It should go swimmingly, amazingly. Oh, not against that, is it? Oh, that's a big threat up front. Like, ludicrous threat. And Affliction over here without a cleanse is going to screw my cube. Yep, that's over. Okay, well, today's grind was doing pretty good. It's not going so well anymore, but we'll get there. Thanks, Jewel Leader, for the follow and for reminding me to sit freaking straight. That's something I can do. That was a misclick, but you know what? I think I might go with that summoner. It's flying. What else can fly in this Splinter at a cost of 3? Let's not go with flying. Let's go with snaring. And then we'll throw in some crap to feed the hungry beast of Dark Horn. And we'll see how that goes. Thank you for the follow as well, Squirrelicus. I'm going to say that is how I'm going to say it, or I'm just going to say squirrel. Okay, this may or may not go well. Perhaps we will be playing pacifism here. How do you miss? How do you freaking miss a target like Lord of Darkness? Thanks for the follow there, Sensei Bulldog as well, or Bullrog rather. There we go. Now we've got the snare. But now we're dead. I hate Lord of Darkness. They are absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Silent X Necrosis, thanks again for the raid. I've done my quest already today. I'm just playing for trying to get out of gold. Trying to get back up into Diamond League. Equal opportunity. Oh god. Magic damage everywhere. I think I might play a bit of an obnoxious team here. Since it's equal opportunity, we're going to play a regular-ish looking team. I'm going to try and blind my opponents. And I'm going to go with that Sneaky Deaky. try and get exploding rats and exploding dwarf to just explode their team from somewhere within. That would be ideal for me. Well, they don't have a thingy-madoo. I certainly should end up being faster. Now, the dangerous thing is the watch all of my team die from redemption. Hilarious. Now it's 1v4 and my one is stunned. Well, it was a good idea in principle until redemption completely and utterly screwed me over. Alright, now we've got explosive weaponry. I'm going to try the same thing again, except I'm going to use Dragon Splinter this time. Again, with fire. But there's enough mana in this one to direct all of the enemy's attacks into a single point. I just need to separate that single point from the rest of my team for this to be effective. So we've got an opportunity. I don't know why I immediately clicked on Vigilator. I thought it was equal opportunity again. It is not. Magnor is not flying, so they're going to take damage every turn, but hey, it's Magnor. They've got a lot of health. Let's bring down the Sandworm for the snare. I'll throw in another snare. Now I'm playing Dragon, and I don't have anything with flying in my team. I'm Dragon Jumper. I should probably address that with the last couple of monsters. In fact, I know one good one will be Manticore. Now that leaves 3. I think I might just have Dragon Spirit on the end there as a little bit of an anchor. Might get an amusing redemption at the end. Excellent. Took out their opportunity. Snared 2 of their flying machines. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful and glorious. And now for the Magnor trample moves. Oh, he missed. You gotta be kidding me. That's alright. Rest of my team was still there to finish the job. That's not too bad there. Okay, back to basics. Yikes. What is the cheapest team I can build that takes advantage of Magnor? Actually, let's extend out to most HP. That doesn't cost me anything. Oh, already over the mana. So I guess it's going to be Cerberus. Like, not Cerberus for a bit, but Grenadier and Spark Pixies. Hopefully able to do something of consequence. Otherwise, it could have been just Yoden and oh, what's his name? The thing. I'm not sure whether my strategy of holding back my Cerberus is a good idea here or not. I think it was, although it doesn't look like it's going to make any difference at all in the end. Still lost. On to the next one. How is Stream Raiders going? We've got 4 minutes left. If you want to jump on and contribute a unit, there's the URL. We'll see how that goes in a couple of minutes' time. Okay, Malay Mayhem, Madacap, Water, Death Dragon. They have been playing exclusively none of those things. I am going to anticipate they're going to play Magic. And if they don't, well, sucks to be me. But I'm going to include a fair bit of Magic in my team. That leaves me with 4. Perfect for a Bones. No, why would I play Bonesmith when I can play Dr. Blight? Okay, let's see whether or not this team has any good news coming its way. I figure there's no strong Magic Reflect unless they also play Death or they go Dragon. So I'm kind of hedging my bets here. I didn't bring a heal. I don't have a Lord of Darkness. But I've got enough Magic probably to knock out a Lord of Darkness. Didn't bother with an Undead Pegasus on account of the fact that it could have been Death that I was playing. Wow, a completely neutral team played for using dragons. Well, I'm glad I brought a lot of magic. The only thing that's going to piss me off is the prismatic energy. They certainly did take Malay Mayhem to its definition, though. No worries, Silent Necrosis. Thanks again for the raid. Thank you for hanging around and have a good night. I feel pretty safe here against this team. Raging Impaler is a beast, but they're so seldom used in this game. They're a beta neutral card. They didn't help win that battle for my opponent. Looks like I'm hovering in this gold 2 sort of realm. My win rate is well under 50% for this season so far. Holy Protection, back to basics. Oof, that's rough. They've got a Renin. Well, since Holy Protection is already available via the rule set, it's not like they can stop me healing here. So let's go with, like, really big trolls. Oaken Behemoth, of course, does not have the advantage of reach in this rule set. Definitely want them. Two, then two. Three, then one. Well, that's not the most HP I can garner out of that position. That probably is. Put a few brick walls in the way. Don't think I can out-tank all that damage. No. Oh, good miss. But just Prince Renan. All those beta legendary summoner cards are just insanely powerful. Noxious Fumes and back to basics. What a crappy rule set. I don't think that there is a crappier possible rule set. So let's play this in protest. Jotun plus Magnor. And see if ridiculousness can win versus a sensible team composition. Probably will, because Valnamore costs 5 mana. And Valnamore plus every 2 or 3 mana magic dealing creature can take out Magnor before he even gets out of bed in the morning. So I guess it's a coup de grace. And if you're sensing a tiny bit of those cards aren't balanced in me, it's because I probably think that is the case. Even if they cost more mana, I still believe they'd be overpowered. Well, at least there's no stun. And there's a miss, which cost me the game. Still would have lost, but gotta keep on trying to do stuff. It's not always about, oh, fuck's sakes. It's Valnamore, but they can't play him, thankfully. So what do when they do Dragon? They go with Selenia. So I guess I could go Death. With Mimosa. And then if we focus on... I misclick that. Headwinds. Now, do we have any blinds? Only one via Spirit Miner. Halfling Alchemist. And a chicken. Perhaps this will work. Don't know that it will. But give it a go. The Magic Reflector is going to suck so bad. Oh, beautiful backfires. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. That's like Chef's Kiss Pellicle Deceiver, or Pellicle Defective as we can affectionately call him on this channel. Okay, Stream Raiders is ready to go, so looks like we've got enough crap here to help us win. I'm going to put down the range tower and start and see what happens. Yeah, Bakueni, I was having too much fun playing Final Fantasy X today, so that's why my stream was a little bit later than what it normally starts at today. I only started that game, I think, like maybe a week ago when I finished Final Fantasy IX and pulled up my review of that on Peaked, and I've put like 27 or 28 hours into Final Fantasy X already. It was one of my favorites growing up, Final Fantasy X. I never played 9 growing up, but I'm glad that I did as an adult. Yeah, I'm playing my Steam library alphabetically. I don't know if I've mentioned that before on stream. But yeah, I'm going alphabetically through my Steam games library. I am playing Final Fantasy X on the Switch at the moment, though. I figured for those games I can take them to bed with me, play a little bit in bed before I fall asleep at night and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I've gone through all of these games in my A to Z, and I've written a peaked post about every game that I have completed. Fairly sure I've got the Final Fantasy games in here. Yeah, I do. And I've never played X2. So my alphabetical Final Fantasy is going to be quite long. I don't expect to finish it for the first part of this year because I've got to get through 10, then 10-2. Then I never played 11, but I know it's an MMO and I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, so I might just do a bit of research on it and see whether or not it's worth playing when I get through 10 and 10-2. I've got 12 on the Switch. I never got it on PC and I never had it on PS2. So 12 will be all brand new to me. And then 13, 13-2, 14 is obviously an MMO. Don't have it. Not interested in an MMO at this point. Then it'll be 15. I never played 10-2 as a kid. I found I couldn't afford it. I didn't have a lot of money as a kid, so I never got it. But yeah, this trilogy of Final Fantasy 13 games, I've never played them, but I've got them. I bought them in a Steam sale many years ago. And then it's going to be continuing along with the rest of my Steam library, which gets into really esoteric titles that I have no idea what to expect of from some of them. But I've been playing them in alphabetical order. I've been going for like 2.5 years, and I'm up to Final Fantasy X now. So yeah, there's a lot of games for me to get to in my Steam games library. A lot of them I've played before. Many of them I've never played. Many of them probably don't even run on modern operating systems. So that should be fun. But you know, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Because if I jump on over to my Peaked blog here, I've got it as a collection, my alphabetical list of reviews. So yeah, it was only 4 days ago that I published my Final Fantasy IX uh, review. Yeah, I had various copies of Final Fantasy 13. I had the PS3 copy, then I had it on Xbox. Then I got rid of both of them. Then I got it digitally through like Xbox Games Pass. Then I had it on Steam. Like so many freaking platforms these days because um, got a Switch, I've got an Xbox, I've got a PlayStation, and I've got a proper good gaming PC. So yeah. Um, although you saying the word parasite there, Julita, reminds me of Parasite Eve and the third birthday, which was released on PSP back in the day. Yeah, Parasite Eve was outstanding. And I played the third birthday on Switch to no end. It was good fun, really, really good fun. I think I've actually got the. I just need to turn my phone's torch on here so I can actually find it on my shelf of games. Don't know where they are. My PSP games must be somewhere else, but they're on one of the little shelves that I've got down there in front of the TV. But I've got the like foil edition of the third birthday, limited edition of it, and I got that. I think it was a release day thing. So I don't know if you ever played that on the PSP back or anything, but the PSP had some really, really good games. For those of you who don't know me, I used to be a video game reviewer once upon a time. So I played lots and lots and lots of games. Um, I was doing that while I was studying my Masters of Visual Art. So yeah, I've probably forgotten more about games than most people have ever done things with games. I've worked on both sides of the fence in game development sort of stuff. I studied a little bit of like game dev fundamentals at university. I worked in like public relations for a video game publisher for a little while. Then I jumped ship, went onto the review side. Um, yeah, and then had a pretty fiery disagreement with the person who was my editor at the time, told them to go shove it, and I quit because they were a hypocrite. And that probably burnt all my bridges in conventional video game publishing because they were from a print publication who had joined our website that I used to write for. And I basically told them to go suck it because I hated the way they did things. I was one of those people that was like, I want editorial independence because that's what I've always had. And they said, no, sorry, you do it my way or the highway. So I said, fine, see you later. That was probably the only job that I've ever quit on account of like personal ethics and standards. I've got no idea what you're going on about there, Julita, but I'm not appreciating the random language that you're using, and it takes a lot for me to um, talk about those things. We're all humans, yes. All right, let's pick up a team here. Heavy hitters and healed out. We've got stuns. Where am I going to get stuns from? Let's go see what stuns we've got in Life Splinter. I'm going to go with Conjurer as my tank. Killer. And I think there's another stun there. What else am I going to throw down? Let's go with Dr. Blight. This dragon is the other possibility that I'll be fighting. Maybe a little poison. Let's go with a little poison. Little poison. Well, actually, it's going to be a lot of poison by the time they get to that portion. Oh shit, I'm out of time. Crap. We'll just throw that in Press Battle. I don't think I fielded a full team, and I think I may have even surrendered this one. Not great for me, this team. I really needed to use that last 5 mana, which I didn't end up using. So it stuns on both sides of the battle here. There's rather more well executed than mine. And I am not going to win that game. So let's skip to the end of that and hit battle. And on over to Stream Raiders to queue up. Do I queue up another battle? Or do I just say that I'm going to, that the sirens of Final Fantasy X are calling to me now? And on your remark there, Crystal, because sorry, I was off on a rant. PS2 was such a great console. So many games that I spent so much time playing on that thing. Probably Final Fantasy X being the bulk of that. There was also, I played a lot of the Grand Theft Auto games on my PS2 back in the day. This was before I was employed as a games reviewer. The first Devil May Cry game, I played that to death on my PS2. Gran Turismo 3 as well. I had a soft spot for that. I really enjoyed that as a racing game. I had like a magazine that had like track guides and like had instructions on, you know, the best cars to use on whatever tracks and whatnot. And I remember I played Gran Turismo so much, I beat the world record time that was published in that magazine. You know, this was days before the internet, before people uploaded replays and all that sort of thing. And I just thought I must be the best person in the world because I beat the record track time that was published in this magazine. But I'm sure there's many other people that did that as well. But yeah, it was little things like that that I remember about the PS2. It was probably my favorite console growing up. I had a PS1 as well, but probably the PS2 was like my golden era of games. That and the PC of that generation as well had so many amazing games as well. Yeah, yeah. Then come the speedrunners of the modern day. And it's kind of like, oh, cool. And I have to say, Final Fantasy X has aged really well. That, or they've done a really good job of the remaster. It feels and plays very much like my memories of the original. Yeah, I probably spent about 100 hours in the original uh, FF10 on PS2. Those memory cards were incredibly resilient. I think I'm at 30 odd hours on the Switch version, and I started playing that maybe 5 or 6 days ago. So it's definitely got an addictive format, and I remember grinding at the monster hunter monster battle arena thingy madoo in the Calm Plains, I think it was where it was. Like to get all those bosses and capture all the creatures from around the world and get the like break limits, and it was such a good game in terms of like additional content. Unlike Final Fantasy IX, which is basically like play the core story, move on from there. Yeah, I can't remember how far I got with that other stuff. I just loved the whole concept of the sphere grid and the fact that you could take any player anywhere and customize everyone. Of course, every individual had their own strengths and weaknesses that you had to sort of um, build upon, but it was just really, really good. Yeah, I've heard that Final Fantasy 13 is very much a follow the bouncing ball as opposed to a more of a do your own thing in your own time in your own way. I mean, FF10 probably was the precursor to that. It was a lot more linear than previous Final Fantasy games had been up to that point. But yeah, I remember playing maybe 2 hours of Final Fantasy 13 and just thinking, oh yeah, okay, cool. And then I put it down and then I never picked it up again. Well, I don't have a cleanse, so I'm screwed here, like, straight up. But I do have more health. Question is, will I still have more health than their creeping ooze by the time it starts gaining health from scavenger? I don't think so. It has the lead on me. I find it hard to believe that FF10 was like released 20 years ago now. Did I even start the new map? I can't remember now. No, I didn't. Let's start the new map here. And good call, Deado. I will take a drink momentarily. Uh, 3 flag bearers. I will support us, I guess. So that was a loss. Let's grab a drink here. I mean, most Final Fantasy games were fairly linear. I mean, this is sort of painted by the perspective of um, the fact that I've been playing the Final Fantasy games in sequence for probably the last year and a half now. Most of them are linear. It's when you get to the open map, the open world sort of thing. It's where you can go off and do your other distractions and your other side bits and whatnot, but it's not open world in the traditional sense of like an Elder Scrolls game or something like that, where you can go find the final boss, beat them, and be lauded and be like, I have no idea what I just did or why. So I think they've got that really good balance of openness, allowing you to do whatever you want, crossed with the whole we're going to nudge you towards an objective to keep you going. Because I really, really don't enjoy the open world style RPGs that are like the Elder Scrolls series or Fallout or that sort of thing. They don't have like a soul to them in the same way that the games are much more deeply fleshed out in more linear games where it's intentional, the storytelling, whereas in other games it's more emergent where it's like you're going to go here and you might run into this NPC, which means you might get this story arc and this other thing. And sure, that's great for a number of reasons. One, it cuts down on development time. If you just procedurally generate a world, procedurally generate NPCs, and procedurally generate endless quests, yeah, you can design a narrative around that by like plucking out and curating bits and pieces that out of that procedural generation, but it doesn't have that same sort of level of polish and game slash level design as a game that's intentionally tugging you down a specific path, pushing you constantly towards a particular point. Well, my Nectar Queen's doing a nice job of dodging. If she could retaliate once in a while, that would be even better. Well, when she does get hit. Oh, yikes. This is going to be a close one. Wow. Where was your retaliate? I don't think I saw her retaliate once. Yeah, I've got a massive backlog of PS4 games to get through. Um, Silent Wild, like ridiculous backlog of PS4 games. I've even still got like a backlog of PS3 games. I've actually still got my PS3. I got my PS3 with Metal Gear Solid 2 in that pack that came out many, 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 many years ago now. Like, I honestly can't wait for the day that I actually retire from a day job. I'm going to spend my entire life just gaming. It's going to be so good. All right, we've got equal opportunity and lost magic. We've got, I'm going to go with Byzantine Kitty. And I'm going to redirect all the attacks into Magnor. Because equal opportunity, we're going to bring out, of course, Vigilator. Dragon Jumper is a must. Who else can we go with? What about Hydra? Hydra feels like a good choice. Who else can we slip in here that's got like serious damage? Let's go with Goblin Mac. Although I feel like Yoden leading this team would be better, but then we wouldn't get the Vigilator. It's good that I'm starting from the back of their team inadvertently, and I'm really glad I brought Byzantine Kitty because nothing can miss. And their team was clearly built around things that were missing. Yeah, I've heard really, really good things about Final Fantasy 14. Like, people who liked Final Fantasy enjoy it, people who just like MMOs have enjoyed it. But I remember my first and only MMO, which was Guild Wars. And I spent so much freaking time playing Guild Wars. I am not gonna invest in another time sink like that, particularly when I know that a land expansion is coming for Splinterlands, and I'm gonna have so much land to deal with. Um, Not to mention, I'm still gonna want to do this, stream a bit of gameplay each day, and all that sort of thing. I think when land comes out, basically be like, hey guys, come and watch me manage my land, because that's all I have time for now. But it'll be interesting to see what those additional gameplay mechanics bring to Splinterlands. Who knows? I might have time for other games by that point. And if you guys want to continue following me on that journey, I did when I first started doing this A to Z of Steam. I did live stream my gameplay of it. Hey, I've got 116 plots back Backwarni. I am sure that I'm going to need some creatures to work on that land that are outside of my own collection. So I don't know, I could probably work out a thing where it's like our Twitch channel, this channel that we've built here together as a team. It's ours. If you want to contribute to this plot of land, delegate monsters or gift monsters, and then I work out a way to distribute the stuff that people have contributed to that plot to the Twitch audience. I'm not a land baron compared to some other players. Like a friend of mine that I know in real life, the same guy who owns all the flesh columns, he's got 2 regions. He's got, I think, like 30 or 40 plots at this point, if not more. In addition to that, he is going to be the merchant king of the local Splinterlands area in which I live, and I will basically be a serf in comparison to a collection like that. I'd have to work it out. We'd have to see what the actual mechanics for it are like, but yeah, it could be fun. I know that with a lot of other games, it's been amusing to do stuff like Twitch plays, where like I remember one of the most famous ones that I read a news article about was like Twitch plays Pokemon, and they tried to beat the what they called Grandmasters, the Gym Masters or whatever they are with Pidgeys, as opposed to the correct elemental Pokemon. This is not going to go well for me. They have too much magic damage for my poor little shield bearer to deal with. And I don't think I'm going to get through any of their armor to allow my Stitch Leech to do magical things either. Oh, that miss. That miss was super costly. See you later, shield bearer. It was nice knowing you. Should have picked Arik here. He would have given everyone armor. And they also had rust as well, so that worked against me. Good use of Time Mage. Time Mage was the one that brought rust along. Now it makes me want to go review what I do have Chaos Legion wise and see if I've got anything that can actually graduate to Gold League here. So let's go have a look, because I'm holding all my Chaos Legion cards on my alt account here. Well, the ones that aren't maxed at least. So in terms of rares, what have I got? I think Time Mage was a rare. Yeah, nowhere near enough of them to get to level 5 for Rust. Thaddeus Brood is the exception here. I did move the Thaddeus Broods across to my main account because I thought I had enough to max it out, but it turns out that I didn't. I'm just going to jump on over to Monster Market and see whether or not the Thaddeus's have dropped in price. 4.294. I don't have enough credits, but do I have enough DEC? No, not yet. Oh, yes, I do. I've got enough DEC to buy a few more of those, so probably 3, maybe 4. Three, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4. Oh, damn, that's agonizingly close, but not quite enough. So I'll spend some DEC on those additional Thaddeus Broods. So that gets me to... This is a problem with having so many Splinterlands accounts, is I don't know what's on what. Let me send away... Oh, I logged into the wrong account as well. That's the other problem. Don't even know what accounts I'm logging into. 15. I have 15 Splinterlands accounts. For the end of season, I live streamed opening all of the end of season rewards as well. Hey Maui, yeah, like 14 of the accounts, so I only play for real on my main account. The rest of them I basically run on bots. They're automated, but I have all my cards that are being used on there are owned by myself. I don't rent any cards from anyone. I don't. I do lease out some of my excess cards on my Holozaps account, but I carefully curate the collection of cards that my bots use until they get in a point where they just need more power. Then I delegate whatever I can spare um, to them for additional power. Now I forgot what I was doing here. I wanted to go back to Peak Monsters and have a look at my Chaos Legion cards here on my main account. So I am how many short of a Thaddeus Brood here? I can't combine from that screen, can I? Now I'm going to have to log out, log in. Chaos Legion, owned. Yeah, very close to maxing out this Thaddeus. Five more cards. So if I win one more battle, I can buy one more. So let's try and win one more battle. The grind is real. Well, provided I get about 80 DEC for the win. Alright, Rise of the Commons and Stampede. Fire, Life, Dragon. I think I'm gonna do Sneaky Life. Oh, well, there's a win. It was a surrender, so I'll take that. That's 866 DEC. Thaddeus Brood, a single copy costs 886 DEC. I think I might have just enough. No, I was like 0.2 or 0.3 DEC off. So that purchase would have failed. Let's reload. Yeah, I need to win one more battle to go obtain another Thaddeus Brew. 48 mana. Please don't tell me it's green with... It's green with magic. Interesting. Alright. Let's go with Arklaw. Phantom Soldier. It's 6 mana for Pegasus, not 5. And I think there's some silence in here somewhere at 3 mana. Yes, there is. Normally also has Snipe, but hey, whatever. Now, there's no sneak in this rule set, so I can put whatever fragile crap I want at the back of my team. So let's do an Ancient Lich. Although Ancient Lich isn't really all that fragile. And we'll throw Octopie at the back, just to help Arklaw out even more. And we'll see what goes on there. Hey Dags, good to see you. Yeah, that's the other thing that I struggle to like find the time to do as well, is to make sure that the cards that I am renting out to other players. So if I go for my for rent, yes. Delegated, no, i.e. the ones I've got up for rent that are unoccupied, that are just sitting there idle. I want to make sure that they're not sitting there idle, so I've got to constantly make sure that they are where they're not being rented for zero point 0.1 DEC per day, which is pretty pointless in my eyes, that they're at the lowest rate. So if you're going to rent right now, probably now is a good time to like snipe stuff. It's not letting me change price because it's too many cards. Great. All right then. Because I do have some max level monsters that I do rent out that I've got duplicates of. But then there's a variety of like single BCX cards as well as stuff that's at Gold League and Silver League and all sorts, all over the place. The thing I hate doing is having to hit confirm to sign each individual transaction when you're changing the price. Sure, it's not so bad when they're all the same card, but when it's like 80 or 90 different cards, it takes a while. Because eventually what I do is if a card is renting or not renting for 0.1 DEC or a day and it's in there for a couple of days, every couple of days I'll stop renting them and I'll just delegate them to my alts for power to try and get them up into higher leagues with the cards that they've already got curated and delegated to them. Okay, so that was all of those reduced. So now go back up to the top of the list. And we'll change the price of these ones. Which is going to be a lot of clicks. It's sad watching this number go down. Well, it didn't go down all that much. 59 transactions, so 59 clicks. Such painful clicking. I should get an auto clicker to do this part of my day for me. I know it sounds like a oh, woe is me, first world problems issue, but there has to be a better way. Lots of clicking. And if I click off the tab, it's going to be really annoying. Okay, we got about 7.5 minutes for our stream raiders. Yeah, I don't actually change it at end of season. I find when I do this, I just keep them rented for the whole season. It's better for my mental health and for my sleep than instead of canceling things and reissuing things and all that sort of thing. if I just have them consistently rented throughout the season, it ends up being about the same. And is this a lot of clicks? Surely I've clicked more than 60 times. This also destroys like resource credits as well. I had to like delegate about 200 hive power to my alt in order to be able to do all the rental transactions reliably. Okay, and now I'll go in and find the stuff that's 0.1 DC or below. No, actually, I'll let it sit there. Tomorrow when I come back, I'll see whether or not there's more or less of those at 0.1, and then I'll either cancel them or renew them again. So currently it's 2,600 DC a day on the cards that I'm renting from my alt. And the stuff that I'm not renting out on my alt, that I'm delegating to my bots, it's 328,000 collection power versus renting out 644,000 collection power. So that's my alt account there. And who knows, it might end up, once I've finished using all my quest potions, that I have more fun just theory crafting and renting out the cards that live on my main account while I sit back and wait for the land expansion. Yeah, it's just too much effort, Dags. It's just so much effort to like rent and unrent and all that sort of crap. Well, I'm glad that they don't have any more magic reflect until I get to Lord Arianthus, but this might be the moment where I can buy another Thaddeus Brute. Honestly surprised. Oh, wait. I was going to say, I'm surprised that Harklaw didn't get poisoned, but then I remembered he has immunity. I borrowed vouchers off a friend, and I went and bought the packs that I was planning to buy. So I am currently back in the voucher accumulation phase, so I can repay my friend. Let me swap accounts, actually, firstly. Let me go buy that Thaddeus Brood I wanted. Another one closer to max level. Not that I'm going to be able to use it, given I'm not in Diamond. So what I was doing... yes, my rewards centralizing onto my alt. What I was doing was I was accumulating vouchers and I was selling them. Then I was using the proceeds of the... No, sorry. Let me start again. What I was doing was the packs I bought in the pre-sale, because they were selling on Hive Engine for more than $4, I was selling them. Then I was buying credits and saving up vouchers until I got to a arbitrary number of packs. So I'm at 3,140 packs purchased now, but you'll see that I only own 1,782. So before the big purchase that I made here, I think I had like 1,100 packs left because I think I opened 200 Chaos Legion packs. So I sold 1,100 packs on Hive Engine, just a couple each day until they were all gone as my vouchers tinkled in. Worked out how many vouchers I would need based on the number of credits I had accumulated. Said to a friend, hey, this is my plan. He's got a lot more SPS than me. He basically said, I'll send you some vouchers, save up the vouchers that you're getting dropped, and then just send me back the vouchers when you get up to the number that I loaned you. So that's what I'm going to do. So he lent me 520 vouchers, I think it was. So I could buy my packs in one big go. And when I get to 520 or whatever, I'll probably give him back like 20 extra vouchers or something like that. Because I should get that by the end of the drop. Because yeah, I'm averaging 82 voucher drops there. So bring up a calculator here. Let's say 540, take 332, 208. So yeah, in like 3 days. Yeah, in 3 days' time, I'll just send him my entire voucher balance and let him have it basically. Because I probably think that the voucher value has dropped in the intervening time, so I feel like it's appropriate to pay him back more vouchers than he gave me, even though he's not asking for me to do that. It's just something nice for me to do for him. I've known this guy for like 5 or 6 years in real life, so it's easy to do that sort of stuff. When you know someone for that period of time, they know where you live, you know where they live. Well, I don't have his wife's phone number, but I know his kids' names. So yeah, that's my plan, and I'm basically holding these packs until I'm not sure. Either I get enough vouchers to open like 100 at once or 200 at once, or we do end up in a scenario where everything's sold out, card prices have freaking mooned, and then I'm like, okay, I actually need to open these packs in order to be competitive in the leagues I want to play at now. So I'm just holding them now. Yeah, my friend is. Let's go look at his collection of cards on Peak Monsters. So I think you find he is documented in the game's lore. So taking a while to load his cards. It is Matt Clark Dags, you are correct. It is the infamous owner of many, many flesh golems. There you go. There's his flesh golem collection. Hang on, let me zoom in my browser here. Oh, Peak Monsters really doesn't like being zoomed in. Hang on. Let's go. Earth. Alpha. There it is. 294 BCX of gold flesh golem and 18,776 of regular flesh golem. And I am one of the lucky few where if I look through what he's got delegated out, there we go, look, there's one of his flesh golems delegated to me, used 1.9 hours ago. And in return, all he's got for me is I delegate him a princess in return. That's our mutual agreement. There was that in the AMA today, Nighthawk, because I haven't actually looked at the summary for that yet. Because that went down while I was sleeping. Let's have a look. Is there a summary? Yes, there is. End of year review. AMA summary. Learn to play stream with hardpoint and shutter. Oh, that could be me. I teach people how to play, right? Um, Land. Items and spells will have burn mechanism. Regions will be little cities within Praetoria. In between those cities are going to be wild land. Wild land will introduce a bunch of new gameplay mechanics in the game for everyone to participate. Cool. That's a pretty awesome open world. Uh, Daily active users. I also did see a Splinterlands ad pop up in my Brave browser today as well. Not really. This is just from the AMA summary here, Dags. Play to earn. Airdrops. Team is prepared to release the Chaos Legion airdrops in organized fashion. They'll be based on how long the general sale lasts, but they're preparing for it. Uh, Tournaments are going to incorporate Chaos Legion rules. Bigger tournaments should come back soon. Rift Watches. Official details to be released later, so no use speculating at this point, I'd say. And then we've got the 2020 roadmap, which was a recent update, and I am going to run one of these validator nodes once the code base is released to the public. I've got a pretty beefy server box in my house. It's got 128 gig of RAM, can run virtual machines and all that sort of stuff. 10 core, 20 thread CPU. I am going to be putting my hand up to be running a validator node for Splinterlands when the code gets released. So that will be a learning experience for me to run a node basically. It's not something that I've really done for something before, but I really believe in the vision. I've got the computer hardware. Hopefully it's fast enough to be able to say that I run a Splinterlands node in my house and not in some data center somewhere where I've never seen I can't touch the hardware that the node is running on and say this thing helps keep this game afloat. So that's something I am very keen to do, and that's another reason why I am grabbing SPS, staking it, and holding it, because I want to be one of those node runners basically for the game. Yeah, I like that idea um, because that hardware that I've got, yes, it's doing other things, but it's not cheap hardware. Um, if it can play for wow, that's not my username. If it can pay to keep itself afloat without me needing to delve into my personal income, I'm all for it. Okay, we've got taking sides and dishonesty. The other point as well is not necessarily um, giving back in terms of like, oh look, the node gained 400 SPS or 10 SPS today, and then you prorata it out and then divvy it back in. Like the benefits that I see from that is, if you want to do transactions within the game, you can choose, I guess, if it works, just like the Hive nodes do. You can choose to execute those nodes on, a real human's nodes that like me, as opposed to just something that sits behind a something in a data center and that sort of thing. Or the other thing could be like upvotes and SPT and that sort of thing. I don't know. I haven't thought too far into that, but I know that there has in the past been a lot of controversy around Hive witnesses that say, "Oh, you vote for my witness. You're supporting my witness. I'm gonna, unequivocally upvote your content, even if your content is terrible." And that's probably not the right way to go about it. It turns it less into a meritocracy than what it probably should be. I wrote a whole bunch of this stuff when Hive forked from Steam, and I don't think my views have changed too much on that. I mean, it introduces nepotism into a system. That's the problem I have with it. It's like we know who this person is. We're gonna, support them, even if there is someone else that may be better qualified or in a better position to facilitate a particular service or thing. You're not actually looking at it in an objective way if there's some sort of reward involved. That's my opinion, at least. And, personally, yeah, it is sadly how the real world works. But it's not how the world should have to work. I'm one of those people that would probably put ethics before profit. But yeah, I don't know how many people support that notion. Like I'm not wearing red every day of the week, but I've got a mind that is driven by uh, data and pragmatism and logic. I try to take emotion out of decision making, which is probably why I, constantly speak in this monotone on stream and I'm not as animated as some of the other Splinterlands streamers that have ridiculous amounts of energy. Hey, Greek Freak, welcome. Thank you for joining me for the first time this year. Thank you for joining me last year as well. We got odd ones out now. I've just been chatting really at this point. But yeah, I like to bring my true self to everything. So the way I act on stream while playing Splinterlands is the way I act in my day job when I go out to do photographic work for my photographic clients. It's who I am. I bring myself. I don't need to have a facade or a alternate thing. If people like me and want to, engage with me and spend some time with me, cool. If they don't, sure, go do something you enjoy. Not my problem. And it's clear that many of you enjoy watching me lose. So, that's a perfectly fine hobby. Because on a rare occasion, I can disappoint you with a win. And that's the most satisfying part of my day. I like the fact that I brought Golodon. I don't like the fact that I'm gonna lose a lot of things to the sneak. Oh, sad times, Thoros gone. Oh, that was a great, absolutely fantastic whatchamajigger redemption there. That was hilarious. It took out their front line. But now Golodon can finish the job. As all good Golodons do. And there you go. There's disappointment for you. I won. Yeah, thanks, Nighthawk. That's not necessarily what I was going for. I like to bring pragmatism and facts to the world. I like to look at numbers and statistics and trends, not like technical analysis sort of level thing, but just to be like, okay, what is the scenario? What is the desired outcome? how can the desired outcome be obtained from the scenario? How do we get there? So here we have a scenario where they've gone, the pattern suggests they'll be playing death. It's no magic. So the pattern suggests they will be ranged. I think to myself, what has returned fire in Gold League? I disappoint myself with the fact that I'm not in Champion and go, damn. So I'm going to go with Death, but I'm going to do it using Byzantine Kitty, so I can go with Death to use the Deceiver and then throw in Headwinds. Yeah, it does suggest possible Lord of Darkness, but you know, my goal here is for them to not hit me at all, right? It's that scene from The Matrix, you know, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Hopefully that's what we get. We'll throw Demoralize in just for good measure. What else can we do? Well, there's no healing. Oh, there is a Return Fire. It's Phantasm. Do we go with Phantasm? No. No, no, no. No, we don't go with Phantasm. More slow? Let's see. Can we afford a slow with 5 mana? Let's see. Slow, 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 slow. There's only the creepy ooze. Great. Well, that leaves 4 mana up the sleeve. Do we have any swiftness? No, we don't, because swiftness comes from magical creatures, which are not there. I don't think I have the card you are speaking of. That, or it's magical, so it's not in the rule set. But we're gonna throw Creeping Ooze under the bus. Actually, no, we'll throw them under that bus, and we'll see. Now, hopefully they don't play Byzantine Kitty as well. They didn't. There's a good chance that Backfire is going to function as it intends here, with the exception of Javelin Thrower. Oh, very nice. There's the Backfire. I think it's gonna work out okay. I'm waiting for that redemption to hit when they finally take out Halfling Alchemist. Though I don't think they will at this point. Man, that's brutal. Isn't it lovely when a plan works? Probably caught them off guard, because it wasn't the past cards that they played. I'm pretty sure that Stream Raiders is going to be ready at this point. Yeah, it is. Let me pick my team for this battle. No need. I won via surrender. Okay, I'm going to get the Stream Raiders going, and then I'm just going to go grab a refill of my drink. And then I'll be back shortly. I'm just going to turn off my camera while I do that, and I'll be back very, very shortly. Okay, I'm back, and bad news, everyone. We need to press F to pay respects, because we didn't make it. But we'll see if we can't attempt that one again. It's very hard, apparently, that level. But I'm gonna throw down my flag bearer again, because that's my quest. And on the other hand of fate that we face, words, I can unlock some of this questy chesty stuff. And maybe that'll help me level up other bits and bobs. Only one way to find out. Okay, anything that's currently under level 10 and is close to level 10 that can be upgraded. Yes, a barbarian. Let's see if the store contains any flag bearers. It does not, but it contains barbarians, which I need. I think we can level up a monk. No, we want barbarians, paladins, and berserkers. And flag bearers at this point. Although that's quite a few bombers I've got there. Maybe I can level them up. I can't level them up again. Same thing for the flying rogue, I guess. Ooh, I need one more for the flying rogue to get them to level 8. Okay, I got more options to get stuff to level 10 now at least. But let's jump on back to this battlefield. And then we'll jump on over to this battlefield and see what we can do. Okay, reverse speed. Odd one's out. They've been going with Daria pretty heavily. Looks like Daria and fire. And I feel like that's probably what I want to do. Now, the obvious choice is Living Lava. The less obvious choice is throwing Caladan at the back of my team. Because not everyone has a Caladan. Grenadier can come on through. Now, because there's odd ones out, we'll go with Heatsmith as well to amplify those thorns. Flame Monkey, and we've got 5 mana for the last position. I really wish Scale Doctor had oh, he does have repair, but it's not till later. Go with a Zarin Ifrit. That feels like something that could work. Flame Monkey will go in second position. Heatsmith will go there. That'll go there. And we'll see how this team goes. Do you want to DM me that link, Bakawani, and then I'll share it with the stream? Because I'm actually interested to see for myself as well, because I've got no idea what you're looking at either. Oh, it's just an API call. Cool. So yeah, it's just calling the Splinterlands API and it's showing what the contents of the reward pool currently are. So I'll grab that URL and pop it in the chat. And you know what, Bakwani, you've been here since forever, so I'm going to give you mod access here so that you can paste links as you please. At least you should be able to now. Okay, that came through as a win and I didn't even watch it, but I'm going to attribute it to Callum. .44 target practice. Okay, it looks like they've got pretty good creatures in Earth Splinter, which are ranged. Now, there is return fire available to me. And to maximize it, I'm going to go with Llama Mage. But I'm going to go with a couple of potentially interesting choices here. Many interesting choices, in fact. Focusing on return fire. So what's the rule here? Everything has snipe. So I think very carefully about the fact that if everything has snipe, it's going to go into Cornelius. So Cornelius has a heal, so he'll be able to self-sustain potentially. But then, by that same token, Dr. Blight is fun. And oh, that excludes me from using Kron as a last stand. Damn. So, but anyone can have a last stand. So actually, let's go with Mini Kron. And then go with the double affliction. Now I've got 3 mana additionally to play with. And since Snipe is in the house, let's go with Grenadier. And hope that either Goblin Psychic or Dr. Blight can get the last stand in. I was going to say, I don't see Sneak on their team, then I looked closer. And then I was horrified. Goodbye, my potential mini Crom. Although a last stand armor could be pretty interesting. So that's what it's looking like it might end up being. Damn, that poison. It's gonna be pretty deadly. Well, Ammo can't get poisoned, so that's good news. Oh god, it is Dr. Blight last stand. Oh, this is gonna be not good for me. There we go, now he's poisoned. Too much damage. Yeah, and it depends with the bot accounts and whatnot. If I bring up my little third-party tracker thing here where I've got my bot accounts that I'm tracking here um, from 50 battles, 28 DC with a 54% win rate, then 12, then 8, then 18, then 4. So that's bronze 2. But this card has like silver/gold level cards delegated to it, this account. It's doing pretty well. But compared to my main account in terms of DEC that I'm pulling down, it's a big difference there, right? This account is probably overrepresented in terms of the DEC it's pulling down because it's got a lot of gold foil cards on it. But these are running at like 20% ECR. So that's probably a transparent view into it. The problem probably is how many bot accounts are there to human accounts, and how many humans are operating those bots. So if you take me, you know, it's one human, 15 accounts. I'm sure there's other people out there that it's one human, 100 accounts, or one human, 200 accounts. Pew Pew. Ah, I misread that name. I thought it was Pew Pew Bang Get. I was gonna be like, that's a great pun. Super Sneak. We lost legendaries. Well, we're gonna be sneaky in a super way. Let's bring out the thorns. Oh man, they don't have retaliate at this level. That's sad. So much I can do with 2 mana. Ooh, triage. Thank you for the follow. However it is we say your name, M9. M9 Luca. Don't know. Please feel free to correct me. 16 minutes for Stream Raiders. Just started my new production lesson in Rising Star because I don't know if you guys were with me here yesterday, but I opened up a bunch of Rising Star packs and got a couple of cards that skewed my fans and skill ratio, so I'm trying to get that back under control while I level up towards the next thing in there. Let me grab you the link for that. Got that here in my favorites. That's the GitHub page that I use. It's just a whole bunch of jQuery and HTML to get that built. I didn't do it, but it's pretty simple. Well, the thorns are serving me well. The triage was. I think I should win here. Yep, just. No worries, Crystal. I'll probably head off after this next Stream Raiders battle myself. I didn't realize I've been going for like 2.5 hours at this point. Have a lovely evening, and I'm sure I'll see you again. Well, morning slash evening. It's 8:15 here where I am located. Another super sneak with taking sides again. I think I might just do the same thing once more. Spam those thorns. There's a decent collection of them in the life splitter. Between these two. And then just center my support on keeping them both alive. Now we're going to need a bit of armor. So I guess it's going to have to be armor smith, and then whatever we've got left is what the armor's going to come from. It's probably going to be Defender of Truth is going to be the best choice there. Something like that. Let's reload Monster Market. It's going to be pretty tough here. They've got that snipe that's going to hurt me pretty bad. Damn. Well. We can't do any damage to Shield Bearer. Shield Bearer GG'd us. I should have played a Shield Bearer, but I wanted to be more edgy and thought I was smarter than Shield Bearer. Turns out I wasn't. Okay, what are we up against? Melee Mayhem, Reverse Speed. It seems that they're fond of fast speed, so we will engage with low speed. Question is it good enough? Death is ruled out. Fire has no magic reflect. Well, Lord Arianthus is low speed. And then we can just build a team around Lord Arianthus. So let's go with Captain's Ghost. Gotta keep him alive somehow. Grenadiers, pretty good damage-wise. Now, it is Melee Mayhem, so Torhalo is actually a decent choice. Then we're left with 2 mana for that final position. Offering Alchemist, sure. Go around that way for Crustacean King, and we'll see whether or not this works. So they've gone with ranged. I think Torhalo can pull off some pretty good things here. And I think it was Lord Arianthus that did the bulk of the work. This was a good win. It was an excellent win. It was a good selection all around on my team actually there. I think I'm about halfway to my next Thaddeus. Equal opportunity, close range. Well, I think I'm going to go with Shield Bearer here. Yeah, yeah, they're pretty good. I've encountered them in Gold League quite a bit. I'm going to go Shield Bearer Billa. Now it's imperative that I'm going to keep Shield Bearer alive, so it's going to be the stupid double heal. And that leaves me just enough to throw in Armor Smith as well. Only thing I'm lacking is a cleanse. So poison will be a problem. Also, they didn't bring poison. And I'm pretty sure I can out heal that damage. Yeah, normally playing where Goent, or however it is we say their name, results in a loss. In fact, the whole Goat Gang guild is pretty good. Like, when I play them, I consistently lose. I'm trying to now fathom a way where I lose from the position I'm in here. And I think I might. I feel okay, but I still feel like there's a chance that I may lose this game. Okay, I need to stun the hell out of this cube. So it's healing 6 every turn. No, I think I'm okay. I think we got enough damage. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's another win out there. I'm burning through my ECR today. Absolutely destroying it. We've got 5 minutes left in Stream Raiders. So that means probably 2 or 3 more battles in Splinterlands here. Okay, what do we got? Broken arrows. So it's gonna be magic. And guess what they like? They love their Valnamore and their Auric. So let's go with all of the void, and additionally silence. That is my entire strategy. Void plus silence. Watch them come at me with like blue sneak and destroy me. Oh good. It's a combination of blue sneak and magic. Even better. Yep. It will each reduce it by 1. But as you can see, it's doing a great job here of reducing it by dying to sneak. So much sneak. And that's GG there. At least I've made progress upwards today in the Gold League. I haven't gone backwards. Alright, what have we got? We got Armored Up, Lost Legendaries, Water and Death. Well, that means it's going to be a Lord of Darkness. How do we beat a Lord of Darkness? By playing Blue Splinter. I feel like we do it using Sneak and Poison. Ah, I'm still going to pretend I'm going to be playing a Lord of Darkness. Because I feel like somehow I'll play one. What's the closest thing to a Lord of Darkness? Probably... let's go Frozen Soldier. No. Arianthus. No, he's a legendary. Can't play him. Feel like it has to be something with armor or shield. Shield. Let's use Lobstradamus. Actually, let's use Kelp-Initiate, Lobstradamus, and Albatross. Feel like that's a pretty good little group of collection there. I'm gonna risk it on Captain's Ghost. Then I'm gonna throw in the double sneak. I'm much more used to playing Death Splinter than I am Blue Splinter. But I was thinking to myself, what would beat me if I was playing Death Splinter? Now, if that Affliction hits and sticks, I'm gonna be pretty happy here. Damn, no Affliction that time. My window for Affliction is closing rapidly here. There it is. But now I can't do any damage to him because of Void. Eh, they won that pretty fairly. That wasn't cheap or cheesy. So I'm not mad at that one. Let's gear up to watch this Stream Raiders. I got moved to my Holozaps account because I figured when I was doing the giveaways, it was easier to administer then, because then I could know and see how much I had before and how much I had after. Okay, let's put down the stronghold buff. Start this battle, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to go have a look and see who else is around. Doing the old Splinterlands streams. Looks like we've got the Crevolution online, so that's where we're going to head off after this Stream Raiders battle. So thank you all for your company so far today. I will be back again tomorrow, as always. And we'll continue this little rambling that I tend to do. I'll watch the end of this Stream Raiders, of course, first. But we will prepare to raid the Crevolution next. I think we're going to win this Stream Raiders battle here. Should be no problem at all. There it is. There's the win. It's a green chest. Randomize those out. Get them out. Get to collect some loot. I've got some Berserker Scrolls, which I think means I can upgrade my Berserkers. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, let's get this raid set up for the Crevolution. And I will catch you guys all again tomorrow. Thanks again for your company. And have a lovely, wonderful day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thanks again.